Super Rugby Aotearoa round 5 team of the week. No Crusaders this week. They were on the bye. But yeah, managed to get players in from all the teams. To be fair, this week kind of went maybe a bit hard on the Blues after they lost to the Crusaders. They're not extremely well represented here after they lost to the Chiefs, but anyway, I'll go through 15 guys, and you guys can let me know your thoughts on who you would have had as some of the best players from what was a pretty good weekend of rugby, despite the Blues losing. Chiefs prop, Aiden Ross. I think the Blues went into that game thinking scrum time should be one we dominate, man. We got 4 All Blacks props. We should be able to really get the wood over the Chiefs. But Ross held himself up really well, man. As did the Chiefs pack generally. Ta'aval did okay as well. He has 3 runs for 5 metres, 7 from 7 tackles, and only concedes 1 penalty. Scrum time was mainly where it's at for him. And I thought he put in a pretty good shift. Hooker, another Chiefs man. Tokeaho, Samasoni Tokeaho. He just loves a good run, man. He eats so many metres, it's unbelievable. And I know I actually thought Zane Coles had a pretty good resurgence for the Canes as well, but I've gone with Tokeaho. He scores a try. He has 8 runs for 60 metres, which is mental. 2 clean breaks? 2 defenders beaten. A pass, 82% line-out is not like the highest line-out stats ever, but overall, man, the guy is dangerous. He loves playing the Blues. I remember seeing him at Eden Park just run riot. Yeah. Maybe the Blues need to sign him. We did pretty well at signing Chiefs front rowers. Maybe he next off our list. Highlanders man at tight head. I've gone with Siate Tokolahi. I'm still pretty impressed with the way he's scrummaging, which is why he makes the team for not the first time. 6 runs, a metre, 2 passes, 5 from 5 tackles. Doesn't concede a penalty. And although the Highlanders lost the game, the scrum time was one area they looked pretty good. So, yeah, he's having a good shift, and long may he keep developing because he seems to be doing pretty well. Next, it's a former Blues man, Blues legend, Scott Scrafton. Now, he doesn't exactly dominate with his ball and hand stuff. 2 runs for no metres is not phenomenal work. But his work at the lineout's really good. I've realised now I've forgotten to check how many takes he had because that's a separate website. But 5 passes, 13 out of 16 tackles. Doesn't concede any penalties. From memory, he gets 1 line-out steal and maybe 6 wins. He's everywhere. Really good shift from him. I know he misses 3 tackles. You can say is high, but 13 made is still pretty good. And from the Chiefs, man, I've gone Chiefs heavy. Akoi continues to impress despite being a relatively inexperienced guy. 10 runs, 6 metres is again not the hugest numbers you'll see. 6 passes, 11 from 11 tackles is a hell of a shift. He does concede 1 penalty. He had some line-out wins as well. Don't think he had any steals. 3 turnovers conceded is the only area that you'll look at and go, that's a bit of a bother, but overall, pretty good for the Chiefs. I've gone with Shannon Frizzell from the Highlanders for your blind side. Now, from memory, he blows a try. I know he's got 3 turnovers conceded. One of them was a scoring opportunity, wasn't it? It's been a while since we've seen these games, but that seems to stick in my mind. Still, he has 20 runs. 20. I don't know that I've seen that many in one game before. The guy wanted the ball like madness. 49 metres, 12 passes, a clean break, 7 defenders beaten, and 4 offloads. 5 from 7 tackles, so he misses 2, and he does have 3 turnovers conceded, but guy was putting in a shift. He wants that All Blacks number 6 jersey. Here's my Blues man, Dalton Papali'i, back into the squad ahead of Blake Gibson, who I think was suffering from, was it an injury or concussion? But Papali'i being back in the side was certainly a welcome addition. He has a try assist, 6 runs for 26 metres is pretty solid without being spectacular. 2 passes, an offload, beats a defender, 20 tackles, misses 1. So 20 out of 21. And he won a couple of key turnovers as well. He does have 1 turnover conceded and 1 penalty conceded, but overall, he was a very, very busy player, very useful player for the Blues. Great player going forward. Speaking of good going forward, like literally, when he's got the ball, he loves running forward. Is Jacobson from the Chiefs. Put the Blues to the sword, didn't he? 8 runs, 34 metres. Has a clean break. We'll remember that one in the lead up to the DMAC try. He has 2 defenders beaten. He has 4 passes, an offload, and 11 from 11 tackles. I can't get the image of him with that big clean break out of my brain since that Chiefs win over the Blues. What can I say? He's having a really good season as well, putting his hand up for a black jersey. But man, we've got so many loosies, it's going to be competitive. Very, very competitive. I've gone with another Chief. Man, I actually didn't count how many guys I went from each team. I may be a bit hard on the Canes. Where's all my Canes at? They won as well. Brad Weber. 3 runs, 39 metres. Also a very good return for a halfback, especially a clean break, 2 defenders beaten. 1 clean break and 2 defenders beaten from 3 runs is a very good return. 37 passes, 5 from 6 tackles. Just ran the show with some speedy efficiency from Brad Weber. Especially when TJ's away. It's good for him to be putting his hand up in New Zealand as well. Now, 10, I've gone a little bit sneaky, and I've gone with DMAC because I wanted somebody else at fullback, and he did play 15 minutes at first receiver once Trask went off, approximately. He gets the winning try at the death. He gets a conversion and a penalty, so he gets the majority of the points for the team, apart from Tokiaho's try, but in terms of individual point scorers, he's not the top guy this week. He has 14 runs for 40 metres, 8 defenders beaten, 8, which is more than Shannon Frizzell got. 21 passes, 7 out of 9 tackles, 4 turnovers conceded largely at the start of the game. The guy had butterfingers or was getting the ball passed to his feet at the start of the game, but that came right, didn't it? Next, we'll go winger. Salisi Rayasi. Is this 3 weeks in a row? He's just looking like one of the form wingers in New Zealand, man. He's looking dangerous. It's all supposed to be about Caleb Clark. Rayasi, man, on the left wing, I think is the most impressive guy at the moment. I know Severis is pretty good, and Lester Fainganuku could get some good props for him as well, but he's playing for a much better team, and Rayasi's still really outstanding. 1 try assist, 7 runs, 49 metres, 2 defenders beaten, 4 passes, 3 from 4 tackles, does have 2 turnovers conceded. The guy just looks sharp. He looks really dangerous. I hope he gets a regular start week in, week out, because remember, he was on the bench not that long ago. He definitely needs to be starting. Quinn Tupaia from the Chiefs. Oh, man. I was a bit doubtful of this guy. Like, since he was supposed to be the next big thing coming on the scene, his first Super Rugby season, he was a wee bit average. But it's that case of, I guess, he's learning every week. He's a young man. He's getting better. Some of that started to pay off in this game, eh? Against my Blues, of course. 13 runs. Have I mentioned that the Chiefs beat the Blues? I don't know if I've mentioned that. 13 runs, 89 run meters, 4 clean breaks, 9 defenders beaten, 2 offloads, 9 out of 10 tackles, which is a key area for him because it's been a bit of a weakness for him before. 9 from 10 tackles. Does have 2 turnovers conceded. I've also cheated here. You can put this as a second 12. It's 2 12s, no 13. No Lamape for the Canes. I thought Tupaia is the midfielder of the week, but Lamape still has a try assist. He has 7 runs for 31 metres. That's 2 weeks in a row he's got try assists as well. A clean break, a defender beaten, 5 passes and an offload, 7 from 8 tackles, which is again him defending well, which is something he's not been the strongest at previously. Does have a turnover conceded, doesn't concede any penalties. Overall has a really good game for the Canes, I think. Proctor was good as well. You could put Proctor in, but I've edged it with Lamape. I think Wainui played left wing, but I'm putting him on the wing here. Sean Wainui from the Chiefs. Didn't have like a real try-scoring bonanza kind of performance, but he still has very good numbers. Good performance, solid, without being kind of spectacular. He's probably the last guy I think I picked today. 6 runs for 65 metres is great. 4 passes and an offload. Has a clean break and 4 from 4 tackles. Like a proper shift. Can't complain about any of that. Nothing that's like, you know, a ton of defenders beaten or a ton of run meters. Like not 3 digits, but 100% tackle rate. And just overall very serviceable. And last but not least, the man of the week where he scores 30 points, Geordie Barrett. Goodness me. 3 tries, 3 conversions, 3 penalties, all the points for the Canes. He has 6 runs for 21 metres. 6 runs, 3 tries. That's a good return. 3 clean breaks, 4 defenders beaten. So you get 7. So 4 defenders beaten is 4, plus 3 clean breaks is 7 from 6 runs. Even if he doesn't really top the meterage. 4 passes and 2 from 3 tackles. There you go. Geordie Barrett. Is he another man who's kind of coming good? D-Mac or Geordie for the All Blacks? Maybe it's Geordie at the moment, but D-Mac's been playing pretty well. One on the bench, maybe? Maybe you can put Geordie on the wing. They like to do that. Anyway, you guys have any thoughts? Super Rugby Aotearoa is ticking along. Can anybody stop the Crusaders? That's the other question. It seems tough at the moment, but time will tell. Hopefully the other sides are able to catch them up. Anyway, you guys have any thoughts? And I'll talk to you soon. See you later.